Hello everybody, my name is Doodrun, welcome back to Aviary, Attorney! Objection. I might actually keep the... yeah, that is on the camera. Okay. I'm gonna probably keep it at the face cam at a widescreen so I can do this. If we go to the courtroom, anyway. I don't think we'll be doing this, maybe later. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. Should we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Oh, no. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. He's probably gonna be in more trouble, but okay. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. Alright, I'm sorry, I don't know how it came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back and barge the door down. What? What? This is actually gonna happen. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss these first? Oh god. What in burn Jesus' name was that? Said you wanted to break in? Or we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. As if we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Alright, that, there. It's a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. Now, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. I thought Sans was bad. It wasn't bad, it was funny, but... You see, paint sinks and dies. Not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. Taste test it? No, don't do that. Don't do that, Sparrows. We don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. Yeah, probably good. See a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. Cool. Another one? What else? No, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge, Falcon. Is it? What's this? A photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. Reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. It's cool we're lawyers. Really? Okay. That's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. And if nothing else, we could just, like, pretend that we're fine. We could probably get ourselves out of it. You there. See a bourgeois tigress in profile. Cool, not what I was after. You. Picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. Leaves the viewer defenseless. Of all the pictures here, I would pick it as... Thank you. Thank you. Don't need more of that, thank you. You. Chandelier. You get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. I had money, and then I lost it all. Actually, no, I didn't lose any of it. Hey, Falcon, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look what's on the easel. On the easel. Ooh. Wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline. I think that's Catherine's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? Yeah! It's this far, we may as well borrow it. Anything else we need to do here? That one, sure, why not? Sailing ship on a windy day. That's... Ah, missed one. Beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. I think that... Oh, missed one. Graph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, maybe? It's more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're getting into that old argument. I think that's it. What's the options menu? Okay, yeah, whatever. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw any further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. And before we get arrested for... Oh. Oh, mon Dieu! What happened to my door? Lie! Some kids did it. Little weasel types. We saw them. Yeah, weasels! We were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. We were all like, no, weasels, you can't do that, because that would be illegal. And then they were all like, we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Okay. Just barely legal. Oh, here's the court. Okay. So I guess I will need to do a little wide screening. Okay. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice. I don't... The courthouse. Awaiting the opening trial of the Grand... What? The Grand Tribunal. Are you nervous, Falcon? Yes. Of course I'm nervous. We're roughly underprepared for this case. 2 days. We only had 2 days to prepare. How are we expected to get anything done in that time frame? Call me a feathers, Falcon. We can do this. Can we? Oh, Sir Falcon. This Sparrowson. Is there anything else you need me to do? Oh no, we've got the handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. It's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Just move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from the inside. Do your best for me, Mr. Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we are ready. Yes. This spy does not say yeah. Oh boy. I guess I could do a... Can I do Enchi? No, I can't. Generic old guy. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon, the present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Ravington present. Ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh, gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it. You what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all my classes. Oh, was he smart? Pfft, nah. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. You can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably, you might already have this try on the bag. So that's good to know, but say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? Choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Oh. Sparrowson had the lowest marks. Great. Here it is. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon. I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Those 2 bugs with the funny hats are assessors, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let's begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Miao. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation. Inspector Volatory... Inspector Volatory... Valerti. Okay. Inspector Valerti, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Sir, now, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Valerti. I'm a servant of the law, the scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I've enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly offices, but instead we get stuck with the lawful goody two-shoes. Bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he was so littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator in this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon the arrival? Absolutely. Oh, he does have... Oh, okay, he's got one eye patch. I thought he was, like, completely blind for a second. Like, those were, like, glasses. Just after 7:30, we were alerted, brought to the scene of the housemaid of Baron Ruler. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline de Meow. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur with his blood on her paws. That sounds like an open and shut case, in my humble opinion. Well, no more questions, Your Honor. Bloody paws? Nobody told me that detail. Put together, Falcon. Gotta be given the opportunity to... You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. He can read, maybe. No, I don't know if he can read. Dude's dumb. It's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, how we do this? Examine to find flaws. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. So the question is to bring truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Let's see. The bloodied paws. Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Was, dang it. I don't know what the right question is. All I know is that there was not blood on her paws. So whose blood is this supposed to be? I mean, it was a bloody rare steak, so... maybe I'm asking whose blood? Whose blood was it? How can you be so sure? This line of questioning is absurd. There's only one victim that night, Falcon. Yes, I do. I do. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws was nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, where did the blood come from? Shabam! Take that! The evening it was a murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabington? Rabington, okay. Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose the steak may have been on the menu, but, it's in the inspector. Would you acknowledge that the possibilities that the blood of the paw on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. Oh... intriguing. Yay! I did good! I did it good! Yay. So, Inspector Poletti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander instead of being a messy eater? Or being a messy eater? Now, hold on just a minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? Well, that is a good question, or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Catherine to eat with her paws. The lack of silverware. Dame Catherine was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household has been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the residence. When we performed the initial investigation, we missed it. As it happened, Baron approached us about this very subject last night. Ooh. Little more favor with the jury. What is the meaning of all this bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigator on the force. And it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Heh! Oh dear. Go on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. Yeah, of course, Your Honor. Call upon, let's see, Sir Robitio Rubinio, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Well, Sir Robitio, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How does it go? I are to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliché, to be perfectly honest. Could the, witness please introduce himself for the court record? If anybody in this courtroom doesn't immediately recognize me, I'm the great Monsieur cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. I don't know. I tried. I probably butchered it. One of my French-Canadian friends will probably tell me I did horribly, horribly wrong, but whatever. You may have seen my works in hit magazines. Le Branche or C'est Chouette. C'est Chouette? I can send you tweets if you like. Oh, he has a Twitter. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very, impressive, Monsieur Rubinio. Let's get down to business. Tell us your activities on the night of the murder. Very well. I was hired by Baron to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7:30, I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron and left, like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? Thought you might ask. Why did I go sniper there? It's not sniper. I don't even know whose the voice is supposed to be. Thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you can all see for yourself. Let's take a closer look. What? 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 Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not correct. This dude's a photoshopper. Fucking hell. We see Baron, Lion who hosts the event. On the left we see the father of defendant Dame Catherine. And then we see the housemaid, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim. The second is the defendant. Quite suspicious, don't you? Wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Rappington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. Prosecution may continue. Behind the photographed subjects We see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Wait, what? Two things wrong with this testimony already. This is... wow. Okay, somebody's lying. Why is that time significant? Well, Inspector Valerity told us earlier that's the exact time the murder took place. They didn't have... the clock didn't have hands. How would they know? How would they know? Somebody's lying. And photoshopped. Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Catalina herself. Hey Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It's different from the one we borrowed from Rabinio's studio. I see it too. Yeah. Our photograph shows Colleen Duhant, Dame Catalina, and Sylvia Pourtois. But Monsieur Rabinio's photograph shows Balanour where Dame Catalina should be standing. We assume that only one photograph was taken, and this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam that evidence down, be like, BAM! Inconsistency! This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed! You can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Rubinio would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. In a worst-case scenario, I could lose my legal license. We would be arrested for theft. But we don't want that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. But the clock hands are still an important factor, so what the fuck? Let's tackle it with that. Waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Until you counter Photoshop! Because that's a thing that I'm good with. Not good with. I'm okay. Sort of. I know how it works. That's all that matters. Let's see. What do I say exactly? The time? Not a question. It has to do with the time, but at the same time, it also has to do with the photograph. Fuck it, I'm gonna say the photograph. Take a closer look at this photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinio, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. It's most curious because I see a mistake. Mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur. The camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. I'm not seeing any mistakes. Could you be a little more specific? Certainly. Dupe. Clock in these photographs. Is there something not right about it? Wasn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Rabington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly shows the clock hands pointing at 7 and 6. That is much self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau has no hands. Ha ha! The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. Must be some sort of mistake. The camera is flawless. There is no mistake, Monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock hand should be? Please, Monsieur, don't patronize us. Let me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur, edited the photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Aye. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, this clears all the photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Le created a perfect alibi. Yay. Freak out incoming. Freak out incoming. I smell a freak out incoming. I hope it happens. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Rubinio coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence! Let's hear some answers. Fine, you caught me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs. And yes, that includes adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robinho, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's questions. You pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Mr. Robinho, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancient regime, after all. But since you have adopted the ability to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. It's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. I'm good. Okay. So the clock hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Cataline as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Abington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. Shit, wrong button. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone. So all possibilities must be accounted for. What are you saying, Falcon? The housemaid paid off the photographer? Was it Monsieur I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive. It wouldn't make sense for Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Abington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job for you, the prosecutor. However, perhaps I should offer my opinion. Oh, okay. Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet.
So you think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence.
Incompetence?
Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge?
Yes, I suppose that's fine.
Very good. I trust that the defense has no objections.
No objections here.
Fantastic. But before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. The initial dinner went magnificently. The photographer finished, Monsieur left to finish when it was the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind moments later. Monsieur and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help.
Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from here. I would like to cross-examine the witness.
You doubt my integrity, Garçon.
I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well, then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron I'm an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
We'll continue this next time, because I think I've gone on a little too long. Yeah, I've gone on a little too long. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you to Tikaru and somebody for supporting me on Patreon this month. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!
Oh yeah, Frog, get on it. Get on. Tap out, fucker. Tap out. Tap out. Tap out. I said tap.
It died.
We killed the helicopter, and then we killed the rescue helicopters.
And then we killed the rescue helicopter.
Killed 3 rescue helicopters.